From the mighty airships to World War II transport to one of today's fastest leisure craft, Zodiac is the biggest fish in the sea for inflatable boats.
Zodiac is still very heavily connected with most of NATO's armies, Navy, special forces.
With speed like a Ferrari and comfort like a Rolls-Royce, today's Pro Open 650 is the favorite for cottagers and sportsmen.
Zodiac was the first to build the traditional, as you know it, U-shaped collar inflatable boat.
It gives you a super safe, ultra smooth ride at breakneck speed without the whiplash. In today's automated world, the Zodiacs are still built by hand.
We do not use an assembly line.
All of the main components of the boat, the helm, the inflatable collar, and the fiberglass body are made at their factory in North Carolina. Manufacturing starts with the body.
Most of our boats are built with 3 layers, a hull, a deck, and a liner.
The hull is the bottom, the deck is the top, and the liner is sandwiched in between to provide structural support. The first step is to apply the gel coat, a polyester resin. It's the exterior skin of the boat.
It has all the inhibitors, the UV, so it'll last out in the salt water and the sunshine.
The gel coat is sprayed on in layers until it reaches an even thickness. Then it's ready for the skin coat. This is the fiberglass layer that gives structure to the body.
At Zodiac, we use a chopper gun to apply the skin coat.
Resin, hardener, acetone, air, and fiberglass string are simultaneously fed into the chopper gun. After the skin coat, fiberglass fabric is added where a thicker coat is needed.
And we put these on depending on where we need more bulk so it doesn't bounce and sway.
Once the pieces have dried and hardened, they are pried from their molds. With molds, sometimes the correct side doesn't come out on top. Both the liner and the deck need to be flipped before being stacked on top of the hull.
We line the liner in.
The pieces are glued together with methyl methacrylate, an adhesive so strong a hurricane will rip the boat apart before the bond breaks.
Then we put the conformer on and clamp it down.
The conformer makes sure that the pieces are aligned perfectly. In only 90 minutes, the bond is complete and the body is a single unit.
At Zodiac, we have an extra step, and that is we have to install PVC strips in our boat because we have a removable tube system.
The PVC pipe becomes the holder for the inflatable tube. Once the pipe is installed on the inside of the body, a slit is cut on the outside to accept the seam on the inflatable tube.
So I draw a line from hole to hole, but once I start, I go all the way through without stopping.
After the initial cut, a router is used, then a blast of air to clean out the passage. Then the body is moved to the Zodiac assembly facility just down the road.
Zodiac was the first to build the traditional, as you know it, U-shaped collar inflatable boat.
Back in the 1930s, under contract from the French naval forces, these boats became instrumental in transporting torpedoes to ships and officers to shore.
Zodiac is still very heavily connected with most of NATO's armies, Navy, special forces.
With Jacques Cousteau's use of the Zodiac and the global military use of the craft, which continues today, the U-shaped rubber dinghy became internationally recognized. The demand for the Zodiac inflatable took off in the 70s when American leisure time was growing.
This is really when the whole world started spending more time with their family at vacation homes and boating.
This is when the French Home Office decided to open the North American Leisure Craft Division in North Carolina. That facility is where this boat comes together.
If you don't have patience, it's really, really hard to do.
Installing the engine is one of the more complicated steps.
If it's not done right, the problem is you ain't gonna have a boat that's gonna run.
Every cable and line is integral to the optimum performance of the boat.
This is just to connect your 2 rigging tubes together with your fuel line coming out of the side.
This is a prime bulb. What it basically does is it gives a little extra help to the fuel pump.
Once the engine is mounted, there's a spaghetti system of cables that pass control of the engine to the helm. The helm is the control center, and for every boater, the helm is key.
If you don't have a console, you don't have a steering wheel, you don't have your key switch, you can't run the boat without it.
Now that the boat is completely assembled, it goes into quality control.
There are 4 basic areas for QC: mechanical, electrical, fuel, and gel coat.
We do a fuel pressure test, check the gel coat for any kind of imperfections. I also check the steering. We call it bumping the engine. I'm gonna turn it on and make sure that it works. That's good to go.
Zodiac's signature is the pontoon inflatable tube.
Yeah, inflatables are very easy to inflate. You can inflate it in probably about 6 to 7 minutes.
Pump it up, hitch the trailer, and you're ready to go, just like thousands of others do every year.
Annually, Zodiacs are producing about 28,000 units a year worldwide.
From its workhorse military beginnings to the fastest laid-back ride on water, Zodiac's high-performance watercrafts are cutting waves around the world.
Anybody that needs to get out on the water and doesn't have a big trailer or storage capabilities, an inflatable is the boat of choice.